There we go.
It'd be funny, as soon as you did that, the whole thing just fell apart.
Like, as soon as perfect.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tiki With Ray. Hi everyone, this is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki With Ray, and today I'm back with my good friend Gabe, and today we are going to talk about a tiki bar, an awesome tiki bar that happens to be not in America. It's actually over in Europe, and Gabe was over there on a European vacation, and you found this by accident, right?
Well, yes and no. When I went on my vacation, I wasn't going there on like a tiki trip.
No.
But I think it was my second day in Budapest. I'm like, you know what? We'll see if there's any tiki bars nearby.
Yeah.
Which I didn't expect. So I typed it in, and guess what? There was a tiki bar in Budapest. And so, might as well go check it out. I might not ever come back here, so let's go check it out. So I did.
Now, what's the name of this tiki bar?
Rumpus.
Rumpus.
Like Rumpus Room.
Like a rumpus room.
Right, Rumpus.
Now, is this the only tiki bar that's in Budapest?
Unless the translation's off, as far as Google says, yes.
Okay.
And honestly, whatever I've looked, there are several tiki bars in Germany, including a Trader Vic's.
Yep.
But outside of there, like France, I don't think has any. And I especially didn't expect it in former Eastern Bloc countries. But I did. I found one.
So one thing I always find I'm always a little skeptical when you hear about, there's a tiki bar over in some European country. Because tiki just didn't explode there like it did here in America. Or even let alone Southern California.
Agreed.
And so if there's a tiki bar that opened up in LA or opened up in the Bay Area, it's like, okay, well, there's a good chance it might be good. But it's like once you get further and further away, the chances of of a bar being a tiki bar and actually being good becomes, not that I'm skeptical.
Oh.
So
I am.
Yeah, well, I am very skeptical. So, no disrespect to like Germany or Budapest or wherever over there, but like when I hear like, there's a tiki bar over there, you're just sort of like,
well,
all right. Well, is that how you felt?
Well, so ever since I discovered tiki in 2012,
yeah,
when I travel or go somewhere, and I'll look in the area, is there a tiki bar?
Yeah.
So if I'm in the area, let's pop in. What I found is, oftentimes it's like a Hawaiian, themed bar or tropical bar.
Yeah, that's it.
And so unless it's someplace you recommended or I found in the kind of the tiki culture online, I have very low expectations for it, right? Because I want to be disappointed, and so I was in Budapest. I love Budapest. It's an amazing city, modern, beautiful, amazing history, architecture.
What's it like over there? I mean, can you compare it to anything? And what country is Budapest?
Budapest, Hungary.
Hungary, okay.
All right, so Budapest is a very European city, meaning, so in old cities, you have these buildings that are 3 to 4 stories tall. They're very beautiful and well built with kind of stone carved facades and different, and they built buildings back there. They would use the residential building, palaces, and different things. It wasn't built just for function. It was built for beauty.
Yeah.
And over the last maybe 10 years or 20 years since the fall of communism, they've made a purposeful build-up of all the buildings along the major roadways. And so all these buildings have been, restored and beautified the original aspect, but in the same time, they're on broad roads and a very convenient modern city. And so
it's a modern city.
It's a beautiful 1800s European capital with all the conveniences of modern city. When we went into, when I was there, we went to Prague.
Yeah.
Getting to Prague, it was like one shitty highway and using back roads. It wasn't really in and out. In Budapest, freeways in, freeways out.
Oh, okay.
And
I gotcha.
the people are attractive. They are dressing up. I was there in the winter, so everyone was dressed up, out, and you see couples. There was Christmas markets set up, couples holding hands, and I really liked the feel of the city. And so, already being in love with the city, when I found out about the tiki bar, I was super pumped. And so, my friend, who's not a tiki enthusiast, I take him there. When we get there to the outside, The facade of the building did not give me high hopes. It was neon. It said Rumpus. It had like flowers, and I think it was even like a umbrella or something outside with like like a palm tree. And I was like, oh, here we go. And I stepped to the door, start looking around. And I'm telling my friend, I'm like, oh my god, dude,
this is actually really good.
This is great. And I'm like, and he's like, slow down, bro. And so I got 2 stop plots at the bar, and we sit down, and these guys, they speak pretty good English, and I look up on the left behind the bar. I see a portrait of Don the Beachcomber. It's almost like a little Don Beachcomber shrine. I was like, okay,
all right, they know who's up.
This might have potential. Then I look over on the wall, and they have their kind of tiki mug collection. When you enter the bar, you're just kind of in like a little front room. It looks kind of small, and the bar kind of bends. And I think, I see the menu, and zombie. Normally I would order a Navy grog, because that's I have the most experience with that. I make those drinks, and that allows me to get my finger on the pulse of the bar. Like, are you legitimate? Meaning, you make good drinks.
So the Navy grog for you is your
measuring stick.
Okay.
Right. Some people it's a Mai Tai.
For me, it's a 3 dots and a dash.
Right. And so I can tell a good versus bad Mai Tai, but I couldn't tell you from a good versus excellent Mai Tai.
Yeah.
I could tell you between a good versus excellent Navy grog.
Okay.
Right? And so they didn't have one. I'm looking down the menu. Zombie. Well, if you're a tiki bar, zombie at the menu, you better know what you're doing. And
yeah, absolutely.
And so I order my zombie, and I'm actually talking to the bartender, and very knowledgeable. He's been working there for several years. And come to find out, this place has been open since 2013. And they had their...
2013?
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
So it's been around a while.
Their tiki journey started about the same time mine did. And they learned all the lessons. They used to serve food, and they used to be open 7 days a week. And they kind of, like a lot of tiki bars, okay, we got to go towards our strengths of the drinks and the drink menu and the garnishes and everything, how it looks. So I get my zombie. It's garnished beautifully. I think there was even dry ice and smoke pouring out of this thing. It was beautiful. So I drink my zombie. I drink it. First sip, zombie has so many layers. If it's a crap one, you'll tell immediately. But it's a good one. You get the strong off the bat, and you get a little of that absinthe taste, and you're like, okay, this thing's legitimate. Then it's the bam, the alcohol hitting you.
Oh god, yeah.
So this place is great. So I'm telling my friend, I'm like Jason, this thing's amazing.
So they actually made a full on straight up zombie.
Yes.
Cool. All right. And
but this place is amazing. So I'm drinking, and I'm like, how'd this thing happen? I'm hitting the bartender. I'm like, how this place happened? Like, how did this place it seems legitimate. Like, it's like, the owner, she came to America, and she had owned a restaurant. Went there in 2012, and she I think she was a Small Girls Cove, and she's like, this place, and I want to do this at home. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Who is this woman? She's like, oh, she's right there. She's literally 3 seats down on the bar from me. And she had a plaque set up. It said Tiki Mama on it. So I went up to her, started talking to her. And her journey in Tiki was very similar to mine. Stumbled into a place, had some drinks, saw that decor, and it's like, you're like astounded at first, and then you're like, I want more, I want in. And so at some point she started bringing stuff back and got advice from a lot of people in the industry and just started a bar. As I was talking to Tiki Mama, we were looking up on the wall, and I saw those Tiki mugs I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Those were not a collection. Those are ones she got by going there. She had mugs from Frankie's Tiki Room and all these other places, and we started comparing where we got ours and what times, and it's really cool. I wasn't talking to a bar owner. I was talking to a tikiophile.
Yeah.
Which is great. A lot of people have bar ideas and hire someone to make it happen. She became a Tiki fan and made it happen with people's help. So I was so impressed.
Hey gang, we'll get back to the Tiki conversation here in just a second, but I want to let y'all know they have t-shirts for sale. They are screen printed in America. The artist is Tony Canepa, and they're going for $20 a piece, $25 including shipping. If you're interested in buying one, go to my website, tikiwithray.com, and then there's a tab that says buy a t-shirt. Click on there and just follow the prompts. So thank you very much. And let's get back to the Tiki conversation now.
And so at some point, I got up from my chair. I'm like, I got to check out the rest of this bar. And from where you walk in, it's like a little bar. It opened up into a much larger Tiki bar.
Okay.
I'm talking a big back area, curved around a corner, upstairs. And
There's an upstairs to it.
there's an upstairs. The upstairs is rad. It looks like a Gilligan's Island or Swiss Family Robinson type of like kind of tree fort thing upstairs.
Damn.
And there's an extra bar upstairs. But more importantly than this, some bars have great drinks, right?
Yeah.
Some bars have great decor. This place is covered in legitimate, flotsam and tiki. There's tikis, there's mugs, there's flotsam, there's art. I was impressed when I walked in from the drinks. As I walked around, I was more impressed because it was large. So I get up from the bar and decided to explore the whole restaurant. So here's the outside of the bar. It looks pretty basic, kind of tropical theme. But as like I said before, but you go inside and here's the main area. And it's just kind of like a regular bar at first. There's a bartender. He's actually a really cool guy. Great at making drinks. Spoke great English. And here's where we're sitting. There's Tiki Mama. As I said, like 3 spots down at the bar. And yeah, so here's like the entryway. And so I thought this was like the whole bar at first. And there's Tiki Mama again. And I thought this was the whole bar. And then I kind of turn around this corner and walk. There's like a little hallway. And it opens up in this huge area. Like huge as far as tiki bars go. And, go along here. As you can see on the walls, it's just covered in tikis and flotsam. And there's the death race. I think I was halfway through my death race at this point. But the more I explored, the more impressed I was. So we're going around. We're kind of at the very back of it now. Turn back around and I go in this room. It's pretty large, and I realized there's an upstairs area, and it was kind of rad. How it was built. It's kind of look at it on the wall here. There's all these tikis. God, it must have taken her forever to collect all this stuff. Especially, in the United States, we have access to all these flea markets and stuff, and this culture. I mean, what does she have over there? She must have gotten this, on all her trips. Because we're going upstairs now. I'm looking at the wall for some reason. Upstairs area, and then it blew my mind. There's actually an extra bar upstairs. And so here's another room. You can actually look down into the bar from above. Extra bar. But, as you can see, this place was far larger than we assumed, and one of the larger tiki bars I've been to. Well, I guess not compared to like Smuggler's Cove, but I've not been there. Nor have I been to Mai Kai. But, goals. That'll make your way back to the front. There's a Tiki Mama placard. I get up, and as I'm going to the back, I see this literally like lit frame sign. It said death race out of it. I'm like, death race? And it had a list of 4 drinks. And so it was Mai Tai,
Okay.
Puka Puka, Zombie, and Viva Los Muertos. I'm like, I know what the first 3 are. Being like, Viva Los Muertos? I mean, we're in Budapest. Why is there a Spanish word on the wall?
Yeah.
And so I eventually I make my way back to the bar. And I proclaim, I asked them, what's a death race? It's like, well, knowing what it was, but I didn't, you have to drink these drinks in order. And if you do, you get like a prize.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And knowing I already knocked off the zombie. Like I'm a quarter of the way there. And so I order the death race. And it's like I almost had to sign a waiver just about. These guys these guys are like, are you sure? I'm like, son, I know what I'm about. And
I've been in the service.
You ever seen that Parks and Rec when Ron Swanson's in the Home Depot and the guy walks up to him, hey, can I help you? He stops and, son, I know more than you. Look, that's how I felt. Like I've drank more than 4 drinks on a lot of occasions.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get my drinks, and so I got a Mai Tai. As I said, I'm not an expert on Mai Tais, but I'll tell you this. I've been to, not dozens, but I've been to like 25, 30 tiki bars of high quality and low quality. I have never seen such great plating and garnishing that I have here.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the dry ice and smoke kind of drinks. It was the multiple fruits and the care, and no drink went out without being garnished. And each garnish had at minimum 4 elements. Lime, wedges, pineapple, all this stuff. I was so impressed. I'm like, even if the drinks were good, the garnish was amazing.
Yeah.
And so, as we talked about before, being a tiki bar, it's not just as you enter. It's the drinks ambiance all together. Each drink I drank, I'd be like, I fell more in love with this place. I have my zombie, which it's legit zombie, so you're kind of like, you're feeling good. I have the Mai Tai, have the Puka Puka, and they're like, well, here's your zombie. I was like, whoa, I did the zombie already. And the bartender's like, one doesn't drink a death race out of order. At that point, it hit me, I'm about to have 5 drinks. It's like, oh my God. Shit.
And 2 of them being full-on zombies.
Right.
Oh my God.
And so I drink my zombie, and people, I think Jason from Devil's Reef asked me, well, how was the Vivo Smertos? I'm like, I couldn't tell you. That was my 5th drink.
Your tongue was numb.
Yeah, I'm like, tell you what, didn't bring me back to life.
Just as the Biggie Smalls album, this is Life After Death. I came to the greatest tiki bar in Hungary. It's actually just an amazing tiki bar called Rumpus. And I came in here and I started with a zombie. It's glorious. And I found out the death race. And I assumed since the zombie was one of the death race drinks, I checked out the list. Not so. So I initiated a death race. Which was 4 more tikis. Fallen Zombie was started the death race. Original Mai Tai, Super Trader Vicks, Puka Puka, Little Zombie, Beautiful Smertos, followed by
At the very end, they go ding 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 ding, ring this bell, and they put like I won first place, the ribbon over my neck, and I have this little. It's like I call it a medallion, but it's like a little wood placard. I am so fucking proud of that thing. It's like I won a gold medal. We've talked about our favorite mugs, and this is what I brought back from Rumpus. They actually had a bunch of mugs, but this was the only one they actually had on stock to give away.
So there you go, people. You never know where you're gonna find a tiki bar. And here's the thing: if you're in any city, if you're in any country, do a little bit of research. Just see.
Right.
Just see. Maybe there is something. Maybe there's something worth checking out. Maybe not. And here's the thing: even just like what you said, it sounds to me like even if you would have went there and like say if the bar, I mean, like the bar sounds like it was great.
Right.
Full on rivals anything that you'd have over here in America. But it almost seems to me like I'm guessing the highlight for you was to be talking to the Tiki Mama and just be sitting with someone over in Budapest, Hungary, who's just as much into Tiki as you are. That's awesome.
And honestly, there's someone sitting with her, and half of it was me talking to her directly, half of it was translation.
Oh, wow.
But you know what doesn't need translated? Frankie's, Smuggler's Cove, Mai Tai. So we spoke a similar language, which we had needed a little couple of words to get it together, but, we bonded, and with over the thing we loved. And the language wasn't going to get away with that.
Yeah. The language of Tiki.
That's right. A bunch of people over here. And it's like, guys, the only thing I care about in this whole house is the tiki bar, so please treat it well. And guys kept setting shit on the table without putting a coaster down. So I literally got the cat spray bottle. I used to punch the cat. I would spray him in the face every time I messed up. Like, here's what I punch you or I spray you. And so it became like a funny thing throughout the night. Every time I mess up, like, bad. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, I told you like 7 times, don't set shit on the tables. Use a coaster. Oh, okay.
It's a great idea. So you have a spray bottle.
It's like if you're it's supposed to be humiliating because you guys you literally don't listen, so I have to spray you.
Now I gotta clean my glasses.
But it's like it was so annoying. It's like I'm like some people start rocking in the chairs. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like
Can you please be a little bit more gentle on the chairs, please?
Right. And I'm like, you're right. I'm just gonna start doing something about it. But it's like, are we children? Can't we have nice things?
No. The answer is no.
Right. So someone like you, I trust to drink out of my mugs and be gentle because something like this, I didn't find it. I got it a crazy good deal, and I'm proud of it. And I want it to last forever. I don't know how to thatch. Do you know how to thatch?
Yeah, everyone knows how to thatch.
What?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Ray, job skills, computer repair, thatching.
Hey gang, this is Tiki with Ray, and I just want to say thank you very much for checking out my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more episodes, click on the subscribe button. And if you liked the video, give it a like. That would mean a lot to me. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave a comment in the comment section below.